We're still working our way through this massive haul, and today we're going to take a closer look at some of the superhero figures that I was able to pull out of this collection. There were a few other incomplete jumpsuit figures in this pile as well, but the custom helmet on this Ant-Man figure definitely makes it one of the coolest among them. It's got great printing to represent the time travel suits featured in Avengers Endgame. Continuing with some of the newer Avengers figures, we have Nebula, torn outfit from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I'm not as familiar with this film as some of the other MCU entries, but I love the two-toned arms and the face printing on this unique Nebula. I could be wrong, but I think that this is the only traditional minifigure scaled Groot. This is Teen Groot from Avengers Infinity War. I love the custom molded head on this figure, and it is nice to have a traditional figure as opposed to the large brick-built one. Here we have another Guardians 2 minifigure. This is Rocket Raccoon, dark blue outfit. I love the custom molded headpiece with facial printing, and Rocket also has a cool custom shoulder piece and a molded tail. This is a really unique figure. Here we have Mysterio, the clear helmet variant. I've shown the blue one in a previous video, but I think that I like this one more. The magenta cape looks excellent with the torso printing accents as well. Here we have a basic but a colorful Hydra henchman. It would be nice to have some leg printing on this piece, but the torso is fairly detailed, and the off-color arms provide a nice contrast to the rest of the figure. I've got a couple versions of Captain America, this one being the detailed suit with mask based off Avengers Age of Ultron. Excellent torso and face printing on this figure, which could have been a real home run if they had included leg printing as well. This is Pilot Captain America, which is unique and has a really great torso print, and cool goggles on the face printing as well. The contrast between the coat and the rest of the figure is quite visually compelling to me. I like this one. This Ms. Marvel figure is excellent, from the long rubbery arms and the big fists to the bolt printing that goes across the torso, the hips, and the legs. It also has a great hairpiece. I gotta catch up on the Disney Plus series, but this figure is pretty great. We've got a few Spider-Man variant figures in this haul, and here's the black and gray stealth suit that's featured in Far From Home. It's got excellent printing all over, including the face, the hips, and even the toes. This European Ripoff Spider-Man looks great. Next in Web Slingers is Miles Morales. While this figure has great vibrance in the face printing and the torso, the lack of any leg printing is pretty disrespectful to me. I enjoy this figure, but it could have been a lot more interesting if we just got a bit more detail. And this right here is one of the crown jewels from the haul, a Spider-Man 3 based off the latter two Sam Raimi films. With the metallic silver web printing in excellent condition, this is a figure that any fan of Spider-Man has to have in their minifig collection. And then perhaps the only thing cooler than a Spider-Man 3 is Spider-Man 1. This features a slightly brighter blue color than the 3 figure, and it has a little bit different hip printing pattern, but the same vibrant silver web printing looks amazing. Venom here has one of the coolest face printings among Spider figures. The toothy grin is really menacing, but the rest of this figure is lacking. With no other colors to accent the black and white, this figure would have benefited a lot from some leg printing. There is a good boy if I have ever seen one. It's Ace the Bat Hound. I'm not too deep on Batman lore, so I'm unfamiliar with this pup outside of this minifigure, but I will be sure to give him some pets for each view this video gets. Here is a rather basic version of Batman, but I think even the basic Batman still look quite compelling. The cowl and the cape will always lend themselves to a really great silhouette, and they always stand out regardless of how detailed the printing is. Conversely, this Batman features hip and leg printing, and it just has a bit of additional overall detail. I always have preferred the gray suited Batman figures because I like how they contrast with the black cape and cowl. This right here is the OG of Joker figures. A bit on the expensive side, but it's got a classically crisp torso suit printing and some great face printing. Add in the big bright green hairpiece and you've got yourself an excellent Joker. While I don't love the torso printing on this short legs Joker figure, I really enjoy the facial printing. It provides some wonderful animation to this little plastic toy, and the hairpiece similarly evokes motion despite sitting still. A great short legs figure. And what is a short legs Joker without a short legs Harley Quinn? This feature has an equally animated face printing, and it features a wonderfully vibrant dual molded hairpiece in red and blue. The hammer accessory sets it all off, and it looks equally animated sitting next to its Joker counterpart. Apparently, I am told this Zebra Man comes from the Lego Batman movie, which I am unfamiliar with. I think it looks great though, and I appreciate that it has printing included on the arms and the side of the legs, because you don't see those very often. I have never read a Green Lantern comic or seen a Green Lantern film, so I don't have too much of a connection to this guy. That being said, I appreciate how they continued the printing through the hip piece, and I think the face mask printing is great. This Ghost Rider has some excellent detailing on the torso, but once again I lament the lack of leg printing. The Wild custom hairpiece does make up for it though. My only familiarity with Ghost Rider is the Nicolas Cage film, which is pretty bad, but also pretty fun. Last but not least, we have Reverse Flash, or Zoom, which is not a character I had never seen until seeing this figure, which is also pretty pricey. I think it looks excellent due to the vibrance and the unique color, and it features a great helmet and face printing too. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and comment down below with your favorite figure featured in the video.